So welcome to this discussion. We shall be looking at criminal proceedings, and basically here we shall be looking at post-trial proceedings. So this week involves a module that will equip students with skills required to institute and handle post-trial proceedings. In this module, the students will be introduced to post-trial action, including perusal of record of proceedings, identification of appropriate remedies available to an aggrieved party, the conclusion of a trial in the criminal justice system. Such remedies include revision. So basically, we always apply revision where there are jurisdiction issues, and revisions are powers that are crossed with the High Court to revise decisions of subordinate courts. Appeals, for you to appeal, you must have a right of appeal. So basically, appeals are creature of statute. You can see the case of Chifamunte Henry versus Uganda. And interlocutory remedies like bail pending revision and bail pending appeal and extension of time. Students will be exposed to the demonstrative procedures of attaining the most appropriate remedy. In the circumstances of each case, the skills will be imparted to students through advisories and practical demonstrations or role plays. So workshop 1, basically we have developed the ability to peruse record of proceedings, identify errors, material to the merits of the case, or those involving a miscarriage of justice. So basically, a record of proceedings is just how all the proceedings transpired in the trial court. Develop the ability to draft the necessary documents for revisionary orders. Develop the ability to demonstrate an application for bail pending revision. Develop the ability to illustrate the preparation and presentation of a case on revision, and develop the ability to draft the necessary documents for revisionary orders. So learning outcomes apply for revision of matters arising from magistrates' courts. Demonstrate an application for bail pending revision. Illustrate the preparation and presentation of facts on revision, and draft the necessary documents for a revisionary order. So here we have the proceedings in the magistrates' courts of Kampala and Nakawa, as you can see. Then we have the copy of the charge. He was being charged of attempted murder contrary to section 187. Statement of the offense. Then we can see charge, statement of the offense, malicious damage to property. Then we see malicious damage to property contrary to section 12. Also have attempted murder contrary to section 187 of the Penal Code Act. So we proceed to look at workshop tasks. Assuming that you are the Chief Magistrate of Nakawa Chief Magistrates Court, and in your routine supervisory duties you came across the file with the above proceedings, as Chief Magistrate write to legal memorandum the High Court wherein you identify the substantive legal remedy that is available in the circumstances. So basically here the grade 1 magistrate had no powers to try attempted murder. You shall look at section 161 and 162 on basically the powers of grade 1 magistrate. Discuss respondents' anticipated grounds for opposing the remedy envisaged in 1A above. So basically here shall be identify the substantive legal remedy that are available in the circumstances and discuss the merits, if any. Shall be looking at revision, advise on the interim action that you will take in respect to the convict. That will be basically bail pending revision. Discuss the respondents' anticipated grounds for opposing the remedy envisaged in 1A above. So 1A above, that will be revision. CD, assuming that the application for the substantive remedy in 1A above was formally brought forward by you as a newly retained counsel for the convict by way of a role play, prepare the formal application and argue on your client's behalf. Also prepare a formal reply and make oral argumentations by counsel representation of the respondent. So shall be making arguments for revision and replies. Would your course of action as counsel for the accused be the same if the accused had entered a plea of not guilty, had been tried by a chief magistrate on the 17th October 2025, convicted and sentenced him to 8 years imprisonment on count 1 and 20 years imprisonment on count 2. Discuss appropriate remedy and the possible grounds of the merits thereof. So basically here it would have been appeal if he had erred, if he had convicted him, if he had pleaded guilty. So basically that would have been an appeal, assuming that upon receiving the file from your senior colleague on the law firm, you notice that some parts of the record of proceedings is incomplete. Take necessary steps to ensure the record is availed. So basically here it's by letter to reconstruct the record of proceedings. Those the necessary documents envisaged in task 3 above. So task 3 above, assuming that the application for substantive remedy in 1 above was formally brought to. So basically this is an application for revision. So that's what I'll be basically looking at workshop 1, basically solely on revision and bail pending revision. Workshop 2, one shall the aims of the workshop is to develop the ability to peruse the record of proceedings and judgment, and develop the ability to identify and formulate grounds of appeal, develop the ability to draft documents for an appeal, develop the ability to institute an appeal, and develop the ability to prepare, present, and prosecute an appeals. So we can see here we have the court file statement of the offense, murder contrary to section 188, and pursuit of the offense. We can have it there. Then summary of the case. From the summary of the case, we have statement of the offense, which is murder contrary to section 188 of the Penal Code Act. I think this was on the old sections. Then we have the record of proceedings. Then we have the judgment. We have the judgment here in above. We have the summing up at assessors. And then we have the judgment. So basically, we shall basically get our grounds of appeal from this judgment. You have to pay attention to the judgment because that's basically where you get the grounds of appeal. Assume that you are an advocate in private practice who has just been instructed in state brief, peruse the file below and address the following tasks: identify and discuss the substantive remedy. Here it's appeal. I understand the appeal is a creature of statute. You can see Uganda versus Chifamunte. B, identify the preliminary steps that you will take in order to validate the substantive remedy discussed in A above. Draft the requisite documents. Basically here you need notes of appeal and memorandum of appeal, and of course we shall also see whether we are within the required timeline to lodge an appeal. If you are outside the timeline, then we can seek leave to extend time to lodge a notice of appeal. As counsel for the convict, assuming that a substantive remedy in A above has been validated by court, draft the substantive documents out. So basically this one will be notice of appeal and memorandum of appeal. The validating documents will be application to extend time by notice of motion and affidavit in support. By way of written submissions, evaluate the grounds that you have outlined in C above that constitute your client's case. So basically here we shall be looking at the grounds. One could be that the trial magistrate erred in law, the trial court erred in law and fact when it failed to properly evaluate the evidence among the others. Here assume the position of the chief state attorney in office of the DPP, and by written submissions oppose the remedy on grounds in the above. So basically here you are opposing the grounds and basically saying that the trial court properly evaluated the evidence on record. You can see Chifamunte Henry versus Uganda. So that's what we shall be looking at as far as this workshop is concerned. But for those of you who want a discussion on past papers, please you can text me on 07567678284, 07567678284 on WhatsApp. Then you can be in position to join us our discussions for past papers, also workshop, also term 1 and term 2 workshops, so as we can have a repetition and refresh your minds on the principles we covered. So that will be done in November up to December 12th when we finish the exam. So we shall be having an interaction during those days, so as we can keep us we can keep ourselves engaged. So please, we wish you success in your IA. We remain past the bar team.